Level 1. Caliban Mutant-Tracking range weaknesses. This is Caliban's mutant tracking profile across Apocalypse and Logan. In Apocalypse's neon East Berlin bunker, he clocks Mystique on sight despite her human disguise, but the movie never shows range. He's more broker than bloodhound. Logan flips the switch. Donald Pierce's Reavers abduct him, rig a van with UV floodlights that blister his skin in seconds, and make him steer them from the Mexico hideout to the Oklahoma City casino and the Munson farm. Real-time, multi-state pursuit, still with no numbers. We rank this level 1 because the power is fragile and conditional. Sunlight UV instantly shuts him down, he has to stay swaddled, and he dies to stop the chase. Beware the light. Higher tiers feature broad, autonomous sensing with durability. Caliban's is potent but painfully easy to break. Toad Agility, Combat Ceiling. This is Toad's Agility, Combat Ceiling, and Toxins in X-Men 2000. In Statue of Liberty Museum, he's a parkour menace, ceiling perches, flips, and a display pole as bow staff. He snaps Cyclops' visor off with his tongue, triggering ricochets, and spits glue that pins Jean Grey and gums up Scott. He yanks Storm down a level and pressures her. But that's the ceiling. Storm returns and one-shots him with lightning. You know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning. The same thing that happens to everything else. Level 1 because the consequence he dishes is temporary immobilization, not damage. His spit isn't venom, and outside cramped terrain he folds fast. Higher tiers bring ranged lethality or durability. Toad doesn't. By the way, if you guys like movie content like this, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Angel Flight Speed, Durability. What it is: Angel's flight speed, durability, and limits in X-Men The Last Stand. He's level 1 because he's impressive but untested. We see Warren Worthington III in the 10 years ago bathroom, hacking at feathers, blood in the sink as he whispers, "I'm sorry," proving organic, vulnerable wings. At Worthington Labs, he rips free, smashes a large window, and glides away. No pursuit, no gunfire. The price? You can't rely on him in a firefight. One hit could sideline him. At Alcatraz, he dives, catches his falling father, and reaches a platform. Lift and control, but no sustained speed, altitude, or durability under fire. Compared to higher tiers who tank shots and log chase speeds, non-Archangel Angel stays level 1. Level 2! Mystique's Infiltration Fidelity. Voice. This is Mystique's Infiltration Fidelity in First Class and Days of Future Past. How perfectly she passes as someone else. She nails sight and sound checks. In Division 10, she flips through multiple agents. On Shaw's yacht, her dress dissolves. In Vietnam, she strolls in as a US officer. In Paris, she's a South Vietnamese general meeting Trask. In DC, she rotates through Secret Service and brass, and, as Stryker tells soldiers, "We'll take it from here." That's level 2 because it's flawless to humans but unproven against machines. No fingerprints or iris scanners shown. The price? It guarantees fooling people. If a scanner shows up, she's unvetted. Higher tiers beat biometrics. Lower tiers can't handle voice, wardrobe, and drastic body mass this clean. Rogue's Early Stage Absorption. Duration. This is Rogue's Early Stage Absorption, an involuntary skin contact siphon that copies powers and life force. Level 2 because the price is immediate and dangerous, but short-lived. Seconds knock people out. Keep holding and they die, and she can stop by breaking contact. Her Mississippi kiss leaves the boy comatose for 3 weeks. When they come out, does it hurt? Every time. At the mansion, Logan impales her. She grabs his face, heals instantly, and he collapses. Yet the Statue of Liberty proves minute scale retention. Magneto lets go, and she still runs his machine until it starts killing her. Logan's hand saves her, almost costing his life. Compared to level 3, it's close range and temporary, not city level or sustained. Darwin's Adaptive Evolution Shaw's. What it is? Darwin's Reactive Evolution versus Sebastian Shaw's Energy Overload in X-Men First Class. After the CIA lounge flex, head in the aquarium, instant gills, stone skin on cue, the Hellfire Club hits. Havok blasts, Shaw absorbs it, walks up, and forces that charge through Darwin's mouth. We even see Darwin start adapting. Skin darkens, body glows, then he overloads and crumbles to ash as Havok screams, "Darwin!" Level 2 because the movie bends its own power logic, but not without a visual limiter, an internal surge that outpaces adaptation. The cost is brutal. A survival-based mutant dies, Angel defects, morale tanks. Not level 3 rules don't exist, but way heavier than a level 1 handwave. Level 3! Banshee's Sonic Propulsion Underwater. Banshee's sonic propulsion and underwater echolocation in first class is one voice doing 3 jobs. At the CIA demo, Sean Cassidy shatters glass. At Xavier's, Hank McCoy straps him into a stitched wingsuit and he learns to angle the scream, even face-planting off the mansion fountain before cruising the lawn. Then, over Cuba, he dives from the X-Jet and pings the ocean. Those expanding rings lead the team to Shaw's sub so Magneto can lift it, before dogfighting Angel with rapid bursts to turn. Level 3, because it's versatile and tactically clutch, but not catastrophic. It needs Hank's gear, constant output, and risky exposure, open water, mid-air. Compared to level 4-5 nukes, this is mid-tier utility with real stakes. Havok's plasma emission mechanics. This is Havok's plasma emission mechanics, how far it reaches, how hard it hits, and how tight he can steer it. In the CIA test room, his unfocused red disc ricochets and slices a metal mannequin in half. Lethal output with scary collateral. Shaw later absorbs a point-blank blast and feeds it into Darwin, proving it kills when fully received. After Beast's circular chest harness, Alex pivots like a turret, clean arcs that cut practice targets, Blackbird belly gun shots across open water, and a precise tag on Angel Salvador mid-air without vaporizing her. That's level 3, battlefield lethal range and intensity, but dependent on gear and discipline with real friendly fire risk. Stronger than Table 2 stunners, but nowhere near level 4 area wipe. Beast's physical enhancement ceiling. This is Beast's physical enhancement ceiling. How fast, strong, agile, and durable Hank McCoy is in First Class and Days of Future Past. He hangs by his feet in the CIA hangar and sticks it. Post-transformation, he sprints on all fours, vaults to catwalks, and in Cuba drops from multi-story heights without slowing. In DOFP, he and Logan smash through a banister and window into a fountain. Hank shrugs it off and tosses Logan. In Paris, he pounces over cars to tackle Magneto. At the White House, he clings to a sentinel, gets swatted into cars, and pops up. That's level 3, superhuman athlete, cost. He avoids gunfire, gets overpowered by Magneto sentinels, and the serum keeps him hit and run, below level 4 tanks. Level 4! Deadpool's regenerative speed, survival. Item: Deadpool's regenerative speed, survival limit, and combat multiplier. Ajax's program suffocates him to mutation. He crawls out scarred, but alive. On the bridge, he tanks gunshots, breaks both hands on Colossus, then saws off his cuffed hand. Have you seen 127 Hours? Spoiler alert. Hours later, baby hand at Blind Owl's. Deadpool 2 escalates. He detonates himself. Colossus hauls in half a Wade. Next day, baby legs. Juggernaut rips him in half, and he still regrows. Hardcap, the icebox collar. Cancer returns, wounds don't close, and in the finale, one bullet would have ended him. That's level 4, near immortal regen that supercharges tactics. He'll eat bullets for position, but there's an off switch, and he feels it. Level 5 wouldn't. Colossus's metal form durability. This is Colossus's metal form durability and striking force across the Deadpool/X-Men films. He shrugs off human power, Deadpool unloads and literally breaks both hands and a foot on him as Colossus deadpans. Wade, language, please. He one-shots soldiers in X2 and cleanly launches Wolverine in the Last Stand's fastball special. He trades with Angel Dust, gets uppercut skyward, and keeps swinging. But the ceiling's clear. In Deadpool 2, Juggernaut's freight train charge bulldozes him through brick, knocks out a chrome tooth, and he needs Negasonic and Yukio to finish the dunk. Days of Future Past Sentinels tear him apart. That's why, level 4, vehicle tier impact absorption and precision strength, but he can't flat stop top tier momentum. Above level 3, below level 5. Nightcrawler's teleportation range, mass. It's Nightcrawler's teleportation range, mass limit, and combat utility from X2 through Apocalypse. He's a short to mid-range Bamfer, White House opener in X2, chaining room-to-room disarms and even porting a Secret Service agent before dropping him. But he won't blind jump. He tells Storm he could end up inside a wall before taking her into Cerebro, then later pulls Professor X out. In Apocalypse, he still respects sight lines. He won't leave the electrified Berlin cage and needs Jean to show Stryker's helicopter interior. Level 4 because the power is clutch. Multi-passenger saves, Mystique, Quicksilver, plus Apocalypse hitchhiking, and rapid X-jet evacuations. Yet the cost is lethal risk and tight range, tens to maybe a few hundred meters. Higher tiers go citywide, lower tiers can't carry teams. Level 5. Storm's Climate Manipulation Scale. This is Storm's Level 5, battlefield scale climate control as seen from X1 through Apocalypse. In X2's dogfight, she snaps a Stormfront into existence and spins multiple tornado funnels, enough to make F-16s break off. X3's Alcatraz? She blankets the island in darkness, volleys lightning, and lifts enemies and vehicles with twin tornado columns while sparing teammates. She can go micro too, the Cerebro 2 Whiteout Blizzard, and lethal when pushed, zapping Toad in X1 after the same thing that happens to everything else. Even augmented in Apocalypse, it's long-range bolts that shear the pyramid, not a citywide cyclone. Why level 5? The cost is collateral and control. One slip means mass casualties, so she throttles output. A city killer would be level 6, and we never see it. Emma Frost's Telepathic Precision. This is Emma Frost's Telepathic Precision and Diamond Form Durability in X-Men First Class. Level 5 because she's elite where it counts, but there's a price. In Las Vegas and the Soviet plot, she cleanly compels a general and even shields his mind so Charles flat out can't read him. Her diamond switch is telepathy proof. Until pressure hits. In the bedroom standoff, she goes diamond and blocks Charles, but Magneto folds a metal bed frame into a collar and you see cracks spider across her skin. She drops the form, boom, Charles pulls submarine right out. Higher tiers would shrug Eric off. Lower tiers can't stop Xavier at all. Emma sits in that razor-precise sweet spot, not a pure tank. Pyro's fire control ceiling, large scale. This is Pyro's fire control ceiling in X2 in The Last Stand. He can't create flame, like the comics, he only amplifies it. At the Boston Museum, a lighter flare gets snuffed by Bobby. After a cop drops Wolverine, John flicks that Zippo and turns street into a kill zone. Cruisers erupt, lawn torches, until Rogue grabs him and cuts the power. Magneto seals turn. You are a god among insects. Never let anyone tell you different. On Alcatraz, the wrist igniter lets him sustain flamethrower streams, carving a car-line firewall and overpowering Iceman's defense. He only loses when Bobby ices up. Level 5 because the cost is fuel and ignition. Give him combustibles and he scales to block level Havok, not apocalyptic. Deny the spark and he drops tears. Level 6! Magneto's Stadium Lift. Railgun. What it is? Magneto in Days of Future Past ripping RFK Stadium from its foundations, flying it across DC and turning the White House into a metal kill box. While he remote puppets Sentinels, he's secretly laced with steel from a Trask freight, bending tracks and threading rails to their polymer bodies. He railguns Rebar, pinning Wolverine before tossing him into the Potomac, and yanks the underground bunker up like a tin can. This is level 6 because it's citywide, multi-target domination with live broadcast consequences, mass panic, political fallout, and mutants exposed. Unlike First Class's Sublift, with Xavier's help, he's solo and surgical, yet still limited by needing metal to seed. Level 7 is global field warping. This stops just short. Apocalypse's molecular manipulation power. It's Apocalypse's molecular manipulation and power-boosting ceiling. In Cairo, he flicks a thought and turns a gang's rifles to sand, no touch. He even goes learning into a TV, then rewrites Angel into Archangel's metal wings and gives Storm white hair and new armor. Those complex bio-gear overhauls require hands-on. He supercharges Magneto at Auschwitz until Eric taps Earth and rips bridges worldwide. With Xavier through Cerebro, he launches every nuke into space, but in the Cairo finale, he's splitting focus. Shield up cocoons on Cyclops and Quicksilver mid-transfer into Xavier, and he doesn't dust people. Phoenix, plus Magneto and Storm, crack the shield. Level 6, because the cost is concentration and proximity. Higher tiers one-shot organisms at range. Jean Grey's Early Dark. What it is, Jean Grey's early Dark Phoenix state. Post-1992 shuttle rescue, pre-train finale. She holds a shattered shuttle together in orbit while Nightcrawler grabs the last astronaut, tanks vacuum and a cosmic flare, then makes it home. At the Woods party, she levitates and pops a shockwave. Cerebro overloads when Charles pushes past his mental blocks. Father's house, she wide sweeps cops, snatches Quicksilver mid-sprint, injures him, and debris kills Mystique. Jean whispers, "I don't know what's happening to me." On Genosha, she drags a helicopter out of Magneto's grip. In New York, she stops Eric's metal, ejects him, and puppeteers Xavier upstairs. Level 6 because the cost is teammates and control. Fatal collateral, macro-scale force, without the disintegration jump of level 7+. Level 7! Jean Grey's Phoenix Disintegration. It's Jean Grey's Phoenix Disintegration field, telekinesis that behaves like reality erasure. In The Last Stand's Grey House, she levitates as furniture atomizes, and Xavier literally flakes into drifting dust. At Alcatraz, expanding waves strip soldiers and concrete, while Wolverine staggers forward, skin peeling and instantly knitting. Dark Phoenix scales it. She seals a ripped shuttle and absorbs a cosmic wave, puppeteers Charles up the stairs. Then on the train, only Debari who enter her aura crumble, while humans inches away don't. That selective, will-gated annihilation is why this sits at level 7. It's beyond blunt TK, but short of full reality rewrite. The price? Proximity equals peril. Friends die, cities risk dusting, and Jean herself burns out, dispersing as a fiery phoenix. David Haller's Reality Warping Time. This is David Haller's reality warping, time travel, and multi-personality power set in Legion. In Chapter 27, he rides Switch back to his own birth, confronts Amal Farouk, prevents the infant possession, and reality reboots. Characters literally fade as a new timeline starts. It's a hard reset. That's level 7 because the price is existence itself. The life we watched is responsiveness. Switch strains against time eaters, and earlier rewinds melt clocks and skip scenes. He pushes to the 1960s to intersect Charles Xavier and Gabrielle Haller. Earlier tiers, the White Room and Chalkboard persona, bullets frozen mid-air, the S2 glamour that edits Sid's memory, and the S3 siege of dozens of autonomous Davids. Only a universal causality wipe hits this tier. Apocalypse's theoretical Omega form. This is Apocalypse's almost Omega form. Not what he did in level 6, but what he was seconds from becoming before Phoenix stopped him. He cocoon survives the Nile cave-in, walks into Cairo disassembling guns molecule by molecule, and upgrades Storm, Psylocke, and Angel into a kill squad. Through Xavier and Cerebro, he forces a worldwide nuclear launch into space, then supercharges Magneto at Auschwitz until the crust screams. Everything they built will fall. Even Quicksilver's Blitz gets shut down when he adapts mid-punch and snaps Peter's leg. In Cairo, the Charles transfer is underway. Energy lattice closing, Xavier's hair burning off before Phoenix ends him. Level 7 because the cost of completion was global. Native telepathy, permanent mind control, and societal collapse. But he still needs a ritual window and can be stopped. Higher tiers don't. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.